Well, thanks for that great introduction, and good afternoon, marketing team. I have three objectives today. First of all is for you to learn more about me and what business coaching is all about and my company, Leading Edge. I also want to be able for you to actually make some more money. And in that, I'm going to show you, but the problem is I need a timekeeper. You know, and a coach always carries a whistle, and this is a little bit farther than I would have to go, but Michael, would you give me a 2-minute warning?
Sure.
I want to make sure I get to that last point because that's what affects most of us in this room today is making more money. So first, let me start with the best part of my story is my family. I've been married to a wonderful wife, Karen, for 35 years this September. I've got two sons. One went to TCU, graduated a year ago. He's now an assistant band director at Richardson High School. My youngest actually plays college soccer. He's the starting goalkeeper at Fort Lewis College, who's won the national championship, Division II, I think last 3 out of the last 7 years. And Rocky, who's our puppy. So my background, I'm a business professional with more than 30 years of experience. I'm a certified public accountant, a certified management accountant. I also have an MBA from the University of Chicago. I became certified as a professional business coach in March of this year. And career-wise, I started with Amoco Corporation way back in 1980. I know that's hard for a lot of you to understand, but 1980, that was a long time ago. And I was there for 14 years, and then I went into management consulting with Deloitte & Touche for a couple of years before I got the entrepreneurial bug. And so 18 years ago, I went into business for myself, and I actually purchased a company, Williams Bay Trading Company up in Wisconsin, out of bankruptcy. I turned it around and sold it in 2000. Then was looking for my next adventure, and I moved to Dallas, settled in Frisco. And I opened my first retail operation back in April of 2001. And over 4 years, I grew to 3 large stores, over $8 million in sales, nearly 50 employees. And until I actually closed my last store in March of this year, I was still recognized as one of the top 20 baby and furniture stores in the country. For me, that was quite an accomplishment. I was never in retail before, but I understood business. And that's where we get to today. I started Leading Edge Business Advisors actually the first day that I visited you all back in May. So what is business coaching? I know a lot of people, it's a black hole. Some people may understand it, but a sports analogy I think is the easiest thing to explain what a business coach is. I'm sure you recognize this guy, Michael Jordan. I'm not sure if everybody understands that when Michael Jordan was in high school, he was pretty much an average athlete. He didn't even make the varsity team until he was a junior in high school. But through a lot of practice, some great coaching, he actually realized his pinnacle of earning 6 NBA championships with the Chicago Bulls. And I'm from Chicago, so this is big to me. But my question is, could he have done this in his career without excellent coaching? And my answer is no. Although he's a great, gifted athlete, I think what actually got him to the pinnacle of his career, being one of the best basketball players ever, was because he had good coaching. He had Dean Smith at North Carolina and Phil Jackson in Chicago, where they coached on the fundamentals of the sport. Now, I could replace Michael Jordan with Tiger Woods. I could replace him with Peyton Manning and 100 other athletes. And it's my conclusion that they would not reach the pinnacle of their success without good coaching. So why would it be any different for a business leader or owner, right? They need the same type of coaching. I teach the fundamentals of business. I teach strategic planning and sales and marketing and human resource and customer services because that's what I've done all my career, as you just saw. I also provide clarity to issues and identify potential growth opportunities for clients. I facilitate creative and strategic brainstorming with the client. And then I also provide a structured environment to help measure and validate results. I actually, as a coach does, I hold my client accountable. I want him to work, and I want him to attain the best that he can. I want him to be the best that he can be. And finally, I add an unbiased perspective and a person that's constantly in your corner. I've got your back. That's what a coach does. He has your back. Now, when business owners or leaders run into problems, what do? They usually shove it under the rug and kind of hide it. Maybe they talk to their spouse, maybe they talk to their attorney, maybe an accountant, a banker, a good friend. Those are all great resources, but they don't have the experience as an experienced business coach does like I do. That's why you would need an experienced business coach to help solve some of these problems. So what do? Well, I take a business owner that may be stuck, maybe is unsure which way to go, and I help them define their vision for both their life and their business. Because what is business about? It's about sustaining a certain type of lifestyle. That's why people get into business. They want to make more money so they can enjoy life. And what I do is I actually develop a roadmap with the client to get from where they're at today to where they want to go. And how we do this is we actually look out 5 years and we take their business as it is today and say, okay, where do I want to be in 5 years? And the attributes we concentrate is how big a company, what are my revenues? How many employees do I have? Where am I located? What kind of products and services do I want to provide? Who is my core customer? So we identify, and we get a picture of what this business is going to look like 5 years out. And then what we do is we back up to 3 and 1 years to actually develop milestones on those other, we develop milestones so that we can actually program out to reach the 5-year goal. We break that first year down into 90-day increments. We develop a 90-day action plan with specific action steps. We execute those action steps, and then we reevaluate and develop the next set of action steps. So it's a program that we start with a business wherever they're at today, and we take them for wherever they want to go to reach their dreams. So the fundamentals of business coaching, it's really the intersection between personal effectiveness and business effectiveness. And personal effectiveness, we're talking about leadership skills, communication skills, time management, goal setting, action plans, etc. On the business side, we're talking about marketing and sales and customer service and HR. The important thing is here is we're trying to make the business owner and the business fire on all cylinders. So we're not just looking at the individual, we're looking at the business too. We have a 4-stage process. The first process is the orientation, where the client and the coach get on the same page. Secondly, we do an assessment. Just like a doctor wouldn't perform any treatment before doing a diagnosis, we do an assessment. We want to understand the strengths and weaknesses of not only the individual, but also the business. Then we develop a business development plan that actually has, including the 90-day action steps on what we're going to work on. And then finally, we execute that business plan. And then we reevaluate as it goes on. So it's a very linear process, but we actually take someone, like I said, where they're at today in their business life to where they want to go. We have different coaching programs. We have an individual coaching program, which we have 2 options, a weekly program or a bi-weekly program. This is the fastest and most effective way to improve your business. And we meet for 1.5 hours, plus during that time we have unlimited email and phone support. So if there's a problem that comes up and we're not meeting for another week, don't worry, you can always call. You can always call, always email, I'm always there, I've always got your back. Here's an interesting fact though. You could hire me, 2-minute warning, thank you. You could hire me on a weekly basis for a whole year for less than the cost of a receptionist. That's quite a return on investment. Carrying someone who's got more than 30 years of business experience working on your business every week. We also have some group coaching programs which I'm going to be introducing in the fall, and I'll have more on that in the coming weeks. So we have a guarantee also, risk-free. If a client signs up with me, if they don't like the way things are going after the first 30 days, I give them all their money back. That's how confident I feel in our process. All right, so I said, who wants to make some money? Any hands? Anybody want to make money? Okay. Listen up here. I still think I got 1.5 minutes. I have a 10% referral fee that I'm willing to pay any new client that comes on board Leading Edge up to $500. So that means, with this group, we meet 50 times a year or thereabouts. If you send me 10 clients and end up becoming paying clients, you can earn up to $5,000 in referral fees from me. That's quite a sum. Nothing to be taken lightly, but you're my marketing team. So it's worth it for me to actually give you that reward for helping me grow my business. So who is a good referral for me? Anybody that has a business. My sweet spot is between 5 and 50 employees, but I can go lower, I can go higher. I'm sure you all know businesses that have between 5 and 50 employees. Someone that, again, these are the pain statements. They're putting out too many fires. They're thinking about retiring, but they don't know the process of what to go through to how to maximize their retirement. They have no idea what marketing is working. They're working too many hours. They have too many customer service problems. The list goes on and on. I know you've all heard it. Some of you in this room may be experiencing some of those things. But so I want you to do, if there's one thing you remember today, is listen for the pain. Listen for the pain, and when you're talking to someone, say, well, wow, you probably should talk to a business coach. I know one. You know, some of the pain things, maybe the business isn't as fun as it used to be. Maybe good help is hard to find these days. Maybe they can never take a vacation without an interruption. These are the things that you hear from the people, your contacts. That's a clue to say, hey, wow, I should just have them talk to Mike. I offer a free 1.5-hour session where I'll sit down with the client, and we can see if it's a good fit or not. Well, I think my 10 minutes is up. I hope you learn more about me, Leading Edge, what business coaching is all about, and how we can all make more money together. If we haven't scheduled a one-to-one, please give me a call. I'll also reach out to you. Mike Schaul with Leading Edge Business Advisors, making good businesses great.